The moment she placed the steaming cup of coffee on the marble counter, she didn't know her life was about to change forever. That morning, the rain poured down over Berlin like tears from the sky, washing the streets clean but leaving hearts heavy. Inside Café Linden, warmth and chatter filled the air, an island of light amid the grayness outside. But when he walked in, everything shifted. His presence drew every gaze, every whisper. His watch gleamed brighter than the cafe lights, his tailored coat cost more than most people made in a month, and his eyes carried that cold, effortless confidence only money could buy. He was Leonard Weiss, the billionaire entrepreneur everyone in Germany seemed to either envy or hate. And fate, with its cruel humor, had seated him at Anna's table. Anna was used to arrogance. Working as a waitress in Berlin's city center meant dealing with all kinds: impatient businessmen, self-important tourists, careless lovers. But there was something different about Leonard. The way he looked at her. Not just with superiority, but with a strange mix of curiosity and disdain made her stomach twist. Kaffee Schwarz. Schnell. He ordered, his tone clipped. She nodded politely, offering the same warmth she gave everyone. But when she returned with his order, he smirked and said in perfect German, "It's funny, isn't it? Some people serve coffee their whole lives, while others get served." The words hung in the air like poison. The nearby customers fell silent. Anna felt her cheeks burn, but she forced a smile. "Maybe," she replied softly, "but the ones who serve often learn more about people than those who are served." He raised a brow, amused. "Philosophy from a waitress. How quaint." He laughed quietly, taking a sip, then grimaced. "Too bitter, just like your attitude." The insult stung, but Anna didn't flinch. She had faced worse, from bosses, customers, even fate itself. Yet something about his mockery felt deeply personal. Maybe it was because, years ago, she too had dreams as grand as his empire, dreams now buried beneath rent bills and double shifts. But that night, after he left a careless tip and a trail of humiliation, she sat in the empty cafe long after closing, staring at the reflection of rain sliding down the window. "Hell forget me tomorrow," she whispered, "but I won't forget this." She didn't know how right she was. The next week Leonard returned. Same seat, same smirk. "You again," he said. "Still here. No promotion yet?" She simply smiled. "Still here. Still human." Her calm unnerved him. He had spent his life surrounded by people who either feared him or worshipped him, never someone who faced him without bending. "Why do you stay?" he asked suddenly. "You could leave this place." Anna looked around, the clinking cups, the quiet laughter, the aroma of baked bread. "Because some of us find meaning where others find inconvenience," she said. "And maybe, because I know what it's like to start from nothing." His expression faltered. Just for a second, something in her voice cracked the armor he wore. He saw not just a waitress, but a survivor. Over the following weeks, he kept returning. Sometimes alone, sometimes with colleagues who looked at Anna the way he once did. But every time, she met them with the same quiet dignity. Slowly, his tone softened. His questions changed from mockery to curiosity. "You studied once, didn't you?" he asked one afternoon. She nodded. "Economics. I had to drop out when my father got sick." He stared at her, realizing how much her words mirrored something he had long buried, the memory of his own humble beginnings before fortune hardened him. Then came the turning point. One cold evening, Leonard stayed long after the cafe closed, lost in thought. He watched Anna wipe tables, humming softly to herself. "Why don't you hate me?" he asked quietly. She paused. "Because hate wastes more energy than kindness," she said, her tone gentle but firm. "You mocked me because you forgot what it feels like to be small. But small doesn't mean weak." Her words struck him harder than he expected. That night, he couldn't sleep. He saw her face in his mind, the calm defiance, the quiet strength. For the first time in years, he questioned himself. Weeks passed, then one morning, Anna came to work to find the cafe buzzing. The owner handed her a letter. "It's from a Mr. Weiss," he said, eyes wide. Inside was a note. "Thank you for reminding me what humanity looks like. I'd like to offer you something. Not as charity, but as partnership. Come to Weiss Enterprises tomorrow." She thought it was a cruel joke. But the next day, standing in the marble halls of his office, she realized it wasn't. Leonard greeted her not as a billionaire, but as a man changed. "I've started a new initiative," he said, "to help small cafe owners and staff get business training. I want you to help lead it." A tears welled in her eyes. "Why me?" she whispered. He smiled faintly. because your reply left me speechless that day. You reminded me that dignity doesn't come from money. It comes from how you treat people. Months later, Anna stood before a hall full of young workers sharing her story, the waitress who once served coffee to a billionaire and ended up changing his heart. The same man who once mocked her now sat in the front row, applauding quietly, proud but humbled. As she finished her speech, she looked into the camera streaming the event live and said, "Never let anyone define your worth by your uniform or your paycheck. Kindness and courage will always be worth more than gold." The crowd rose to their feet, clapping. And somewhere in the back, Leonard smiled, the sound of their applause echoing like redemption. And that, dear listener, is why you should never underestimate the quiet strength of someone you look down upon. Because sometimes, the people we dismiss end up teaching us the greatest lessons of all.